Hello and welcome back to LeeReader. My name is Lee, if you hadn't already guessed, and today I'm doing a tag video. Now, I've been tagged by Arthur of Chapters Select to do the Leonardo Dicaprio Book Tag. Now, I've never done one of these celebrity book tags before, but I have a bunch of questions all to do with Leonardo DiCaprio, and I'm going to answer them as best I can for you. So let's begin. Question 1. Growing Pains. A book you read before it got famous or overhyped? This was a really easy one for me. I chose Paper Towns by John Green. Now, I have been a loud and proud nerd fighter for many years, and when this book was first published, it wasn't available in the UK and I had to get it shipped from America just so I can read it. It's a first edition. I was so happy when I got a hold of it. But John wasn't as massive as he is now, and I don't think he had like the publishing companies behind him that he does. So, you know, only a few people had read this book. A fair few people, but not many. But I wanted to get a hold of it because I was a massive Vlogbrothers fan in like 2007, 2008, and I wanted to get a hold of it. And now I know a lot of people have read this book as well as many of John's books, but really, this book is probably the book for me. This was my first John Green novel that I read, and you know, now a lot of people like it and it's really famous, but I'm happy to say that I liked it before it was overliked. Question 2. Tobey Maguire. Your favourite book best friends? Now, I had a lot to choose from this one, but I went with Liesl and Rudy from The Book Thief. One of the reasons I love The Book Thief so much is because of Liesl's relationships with the other people around her. Rudy especially, he is her next door neighbour and soon becomes her best friend, and they do everything together. And like a best friend should, their actions, they don't question one another why they do it. They just go along with it. And you know, they're both very young, like 10, 11-ish, and I think the friends you make at that age, they're the ones that kind of stick with you throughout your life. So that's why I love Liesl and Rudy as friends. Question 3. Kate Winslet, your OTP. Now again, I had quite a few to choose from this list, but I went with Charlie and Sam from The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I think Charlie is just such a sweet and innocent person. He's so complex as well, and he just essentially he wants to be loved, and his crush on Sam is just so sweet, and it means so well. And you know, Sam does return it. Obviously she's older and she wants to do other things, but she does start to return it, and I would just love to see them sort of together and happy, and I think that'd be really great. Question 4. Titanic. A book that made you cry or emotionally upset? And a book that still makes me cry and emotionally upset, and it's the obvious answer which you probably already guessed, but it is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Now again, some of you may or may not know this, but I actually lost my mum to cancer last year, so this book still very much upsets me, but it kind of makes me feel happy now as well, because I love the fact that it shows that people are just more than their illness. It's not their illness what defines them, but still, when I first read the book, when it first came out in 2012, it did upset me, and you know, it still does to this day. Question 5. Martin Scorsese, an author you will always buy the books of. Now, I've already mentioned on my channel whose books I will always buy before, but I'll say it again if you weren't listening, and that is J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling is my favourite author of all time. I love all of her works. I'm still to read like her Robert Galbraith stuff, but I love her as a writer. She's always going to be my favourite because she was the first author that really impacted my life when she brought out Harry Potter. So, J.K. Rowling. Question 6. VS models, a genre you will always go back to. Now, I go through periods of reading just fiction, purely, but then I'll always have this phase where all I want to read is non-fiction, because I love real life stuff. So non-fiction is my answer. This is a book that I bought a few days ago. I love the film. It's Girl Interrupted by Susanna Kaysen. I loved the film and I saw the book and I wanted to get it, so I did. I will read it eventually, and I've got a bunch of autobiographies that I want to read, but I always do seem to turn back to non-fiction, just for a little bit. I think I read a lot of fiction and my imagination goes kind of into overdrive, so I like to get real as well a little bit. Question 7. Happy Meme Leo, a character that always makes you smile. This one was an obvious one for me because ever since I've read the books, I cannot get the character out of my head. She's always in there, and some days I just want to be her, and that is Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones. I don't know what it is about Daenerys Targaryen that makes me so happy. Every time I see it on TV, I get so excited. Every time I read her chapters in the books, I just get overwhelmed and really happy. I kind of wish that Daenerys ruled the land. Still, I would happily be one of her followers. I would happily be Daenerys Targaryen for the day. Look, I'm just smiling thinking about being Daenerys Targaryen. Not many people say that, not many boys say that, but you know what, Daenerys, I'm totally Team Targaryen. Daenerys Targaryen always makes me smile. Question 8. Every Leo character. choose your favourite complex character. Now, I've only began reading this book really recently, I'm only about halfway through, but I'm going to go for Theodore Finch from All the Bright Places. I've been flying through this book, I'm really enjoying it, and there's something about Finch that I just love. There is so much to him as a character, and you really want to know more about him, you want to dig deep, and you might even find it right. Like I said, I am only halfway through this book, but he's just a character that I've just kind of fell in love with. He's really great, and there's so much about him that I want to know more of. I want to know why he does the things he does. So, Theodore Finch. And finally, question 9, Leonardo NoOSCAro, a book that doesn't get the recognition it deserves. This is possibly unpopular opinion time, but I've gone for J.K. Rowling's The Casual Vacancy. I really enjoyed this book. I loved the story, I loved the characters, I just fell in love with it. It is a very big book, but there was something about it that just grabbed me. I think it appealed to me because I am from a small village with a parish council in the UK, and I think that's why this book meant a lot to me, because I could imagine those things happening in my village. Those things probably have happened in my village, so that's why I chose this book. I know a lot of people don't like it because it's too long, it's too wordy, there's too many characters. There are so many reasons why people don't like the book, and I get it, I understand, but there is something about it that I loved, and I can't help it, and I really think a lot more people should read it and really give it a chance, because everyone's like, oh, it's terrible, but you know what, I think you just need to give it time, give it chance. So if you haven't read The Casual Vacancy, go and read it. So that's it, that's my tag done. The 3 channels I am going to tag are The Book Fox, Between Chapters, and ItsClumsyBecky. You guys, I hope you do the tags, it'd be lovely to see them. Anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, I hope you've stuck around, and I hope to see you again on my next video, which will be on Monday. Have a good weekend. Goodbye! End of the video bit. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I put up on Twitter that I just hit 100 subscribers, which was lovely, and then it was tweeted by Ariel. Ariel, hi if you're watching, and thank you for retweeting me, and I've gained like another 40 subscribers in the last 2 days, which has been crazy. But thank you so much if you have subscribed. Hello to all of you. It means a lot that you've clicked on my channel and are watching my content. So thank you so much. It does mean a lot to me. I hope you're enjoying the videos, and I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm going to have a new video on Monday and then a new video on Thursdays. That's how I roll. So yeah, lovely to see you. I hope you all have wonderful weekends, and I will see you on Monday with a new video. Goodbye.